Hello, everyone. I am Cartoon Kitsune, and welcome back to Shattered Reflections. I am joined once again by my lovely players. Please introduce yourself from top to bottom.
I'm taking to silence to mean that it's me. Hi, my name
Yeah.
is Avi, and I am still playing Shiro Azumi, this time with Koro. It's going great! He was very feral yesterday. Not yesterday, last session.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Candlestick, and I am still playing Dr. Crystal Everlight. I don't know how she's doing right now, so I'm gonna say fine.
Hello, I am Oatmeal. I am playing the professor. He does not like the antagonist.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, as a quick little recap of last session, two of you were brought to the Villestown Hospital at the request of Doctor who goes by Inmate to assist with one of their patients who was having a rather strange affliction. While the professor ended up sneaking into the hospital because he sensed that there was some sort of dimensional anomaly going on in there. And as luck would have it, turns out all three of you were ultimately there for the same thing, because the patient in question, who goes by A, as in the letter, because she can't remember what her actual name is, she's been having these terrible night terrors that have been left her waking up screaming every night. And it turns out the reason for this might be because of this demiplane that is connected to her mind and her dreams. And so the three of you, riding on the ellipsis, decided to go into this demiplane to see what was up. And turns out things aren't going too great in there, because you went into this one area through a hall of mirrors, which seems to act as sort of a hub for this world, into a castle which belongs to Queen Lilibet, who is one of A's headmates in her mind, only to find the throne room overrun with these pumpkin creatures. And Lilibet was hanging from the ceiling, basically like acting as like pretty much a makeshift pinata. And sitting in her throne was what appeared to be a boy with these horns, who definitely wasn't human. After a bit of back and forth taunting and a rather impressive maneuver from Azumi to get a little bit down from the ceiling, which following the game I decided to give him an inspiration point for pulling that off. So he now has one of those.
He's too cool for this shit.
Exactly. Always got to be extra, that Azumi. But yeah, you guys basically like kind of given a couple of tasks for the most part. For the one thing, considering the state that Lilibet was in, and from some insinuation from the boy with horns, you get the feeling that another one of A's headmates, person by the name of Colette, might also be in danger. So you're going to seek her out. But the boy with the horns also mentioned that if you can find these three pieces of this letter that was left behind by A's mother, he might be more willing to give some information about her and the deal to go.
Mm-hmm.
But for the time being, the three of you are currently at the edge of this hedge maze, which you get the sense that beforehand it was probably a very pretty place. You can see like there's some roses coming out of the bushes. It's very green, but currently a lot of those roses are kind of being choked by these like thorny vines that are woven throughout the hedges, and it's a lot more inhospitable looking.
Fun.
Yep. So, is there anything you guys want to do or say before you guys head into the maze?
I think we're ready. I think where we left off, I think like Azumi is holding hands with A, and I think A is also
Right.
holding hands with Lilibet.
Well, more specifically, A is holding Lilibet because she is a little doll, so she can hold her in her arms.
Mm-hmm.
I do know that I think a couple of people brought up one potential thing was having Lilibet ride on Koro's back like a noble steed. I don't know if we want to do that or not.
God, yeah. That would be funny.
Yeah. So do you want to see before they go in, they put Lilibet on Koro's back.
Koro is a good boy. She doesn't. He'll make sure she doesn't fall off.
Aw.
Hmm.
Fortunately, Lilibet does seem to be able to move around and stuff, so she has these kind of like very long sleeves. There might be like some kind of hands in there. Either way, she's able to kind of gently wrap those around Koro's back, kind of hold herself on there. So it looks like she'll be secure enough.
Yeah, I think we make our way into the labyrinth.
All right.
I probably, just one small thing. I think, given what happened last time and the fact I haven't done this yet, I think Crystal is going to cast Mage Armor on herself, just so that she can get her shield thing up, and that won't take an action if they run into trouble.
That is a very good call, I would say. So before they head in, what would you guys want the marching order to be?
I think Professor will probably, considering like there's a whole bunch of thorns and stuff, like Professor will probably go first, with maybe Azumi and A behind, and maybe Crystal bringing up the rear, which maybe isn't the best position for the wizard, but also they have a civilian, like...
Yeah, that I think that works, but would work
Makes
well
sense.
enough.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so we got Professor at the front. Azumi, where are you gonna be?
Behind Prof with A, and I would assume Koro is like either trotting behind or right next to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd say A and Koro and the Lilibet as well would probably be in the center. So, Crystal, would you want to be bringing up the back then, or?
Yeah, she can do that.
Alrighty. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna have you guys start off by rolling perception as you guys enter. May as well have A roll as well, just to see what you get.
Sorry, that was perception?
Yep. Alright.
I forgot to pull out my dice. I'm sorry, guys.
That's okay.
That's alright, no worries. So, for the listening audience, that is a 12 from A, that is a 20 from Crystal, and 11 from the Professor. And a 20 from Azumi, because of...
Okay.
Oh,
hello? Hello?
Hi,
Hey, there
you're
you go.
back.
Okay, good. Shakes my fist at my internet.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So, yeah, so I think all of you rolled high enough to see this. So, you start off, it's just kind of a straightforward path. You're able to avoid the hedge walls easily enough so nobody gets poked by the thorny vines. And you come to a crossroads. So there's one path going to the left and one going to the right. And often, Azumi, you notice this. The path to the left, sort of at a place, like, kind of, it's not, like, right in the middle, but, like, kind of off to the side of the path, there is this big old, like, this really old tree. Like, it doesn't have any, leaves on it. It's kind of old and weathered. Yeah.
Okay.
You guys see that. So you have a left path and a right path. Which one would you like to go down?
Left has a tree, right doesn't. Honestly, Professor does not mind either way. He's just gonna, like, choose at random. So let's see. Right is odd. Yep, we're taking the right path.
Okay.
He just takes out a coin and flips it.
All right. Everybody good with going down the right path?
If Crystal sees those, we're not navigating through an entire maze just on coin flips.
Well, what do you suggest?
Well, we'll just stick to the left.
All right. He'll just turn the opposite way then and take the left path.
All right then. So
He
you guys are
doesn't
going to the
care.
left path.
Yeah.
The worst part was that Azumi wasn't being serious.
Oh.
All right, so you guys are heading to the left path then. In that case, Professor, I'm guessing that doesn't hit you?
Oh, a nat 1? No.
Yeah. There's a 7 total, but yeah, with the nat 1, I think that whiffs you. So yeah, Professor, as you are passing by the tree, one of its, like, big knotted, like, branches, swings at you and, completely misses you somehow.
Hey.
Yeah. And,
Azumi just puts his in his hands.
And you guys hear wood cracking, and you see kind of where like some of the like the holes and knots in the tree would be. It kind of forms a face with like a very jagged looking mouth. And I'm gonna have you guys roll initiative.
Oh, boy.
Oops.
Azumi kind of like pushes A to the side so she can like go take cover.
Yeah, I think A, Koro, and Lilibet are all gonna kind of go and hide while this is happening. Right. Okay. Oh my god, the tree rolled a natural 1.
Nah.
Amazing. Okay, let me just write down the order for everybody. Post that in the game zone here. All right, so top of the order is Professor. What do you want to do to this tree that is taking a swing at you?
Good question. Professor, what do you want to do? Does it seem mobile? Like, have the roots, like, uprooted?
Yeah, I'd say the roots are starting to uproot, so you get the sense that, like, if you ran, this thing could feasibly, like, try to chase you guys down. So it might be a better idea to take this out. Running is an option, but, then you're gonna have this tree tailing you throughout the maze, so it's up to you guys whether you want to fight it here or run from the tree.
Yeah. Alright, that does influence my decision. He's going to try and cast slow on it.
Alrighty.
I will put the... there you go.
Oh, I got it for you.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you could make a wisdom saving throw.
Alright. Well, this tree is slightly wiser than expected, but not very, so...
No, I'm afraid that
14.
doesn't make it.
Nope. So yeah, this tree is slowed down.
Mm-hmm.
So its speed is halved, takes a -2 penalty to AC and Dex saves throws, and cannot use reactions. Alright.
I'm not sure if this means we're going the right way or the wrong way. But he is... let's see. I think he's gonna stay where he is. I don't think he's gonna, like, go past it, because he wants to try and, like, get the others past it. Before they, like, go running off.
Mm-hmm.
Because that is, he is inclined to run away from this thing rather than fight it, but we'll see whether that remains a good idea. So that is, let's see, can I do a bonus action? I can give... Yeah, alright. I'll give a bardic inspiration.
All right, nice.
That's a D10. Because I imagine you might have to make some sort of throw to get past this thing.
Right on. Yeah.
Okay, that's it for my turn.
Okay. So all right. Next in the order is Crystal.
All right. What is the size spacing and where people are at the moment in here?
Let's see. So so the hallway that you're in, it's about 15 feet wide, and this tree only takes up like a 5-foot square, basically.
Professor is probably just across the way from it, so he's about 5. There's 5 feet between him and the tree.
Okay. And have so we need to, if we were to run, we would need to cross it through its path, sort of thing, right?
Unless we want to turn
correct.
back, yes. If we want to continue going in this direction, we would have to cross it.
Yep.
Oh god, there are several things that I could do at this point, and I'm just trying to figure out which one is most ideal.
I will note that the tree can't do an opportunity attack because its reactions are disabled thanks to the slow spell.
Mm-hmm.
That is true. So if we, if we wanted to get through, and we did see Professor cast that.
Yes.
So yeah.
All right. In that case, then I think, I think I'm gonna go. Crystal's gonna cast Ray of Frost, which is that's one that I need to make an attack spell for. I think.
All right, roll it.
Oh, okay. Is that really? Oh, wow. Okay, yep, sure.
That's 22. That will hit. It hits. Roll your damage.
All right, cool. Here's my D8. Oh, well, that's not a lot of damage, but its movement speed is also reduced by 10 feet.
Oh man!
Oh wow!
I think it only had I think it only had about 10 feet left, so now it's moving to 0.
Ah! Nice. How long does that last?
This is not going anywhere.
Till her next turn.
Ooh, okay.
Nice.
Reduced by 10 feet until the start of your next turn. And that's 3 cold damage.
Nice.
All right,
could
very
potentially outrun it now.
Yeah.
And I think she's going to use her movement to make her way past.
All right.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so that's your turn. Okay, then I believe Azumi is next in the turn order.
My boy really did just hand me, oh good, a target, finally.
Mm-hmm.
And if you haven't read the commentary zone, I am strangling him. I think what I'm gonna have him do instead is action Tasha's Mind Whip, this action dash.
Alrighty. So Tasha's Mind Whip, that's an attack roll? Or
let me double check.
I pulled it up here. So it must make an intelligence saving throw, looks like.
Yeah, please make an intelligence save.
Alright. That is a 1. That's a natural
So-
1, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh.
Rip.
All right, let me roll. Let me roll the damage. I dropped the dice. Give me a sec.
Yeah, this tree took a swing at you guys, and it is getting bullied relentlessly.
Only that it missed the swing.
Yeah, it's not that tree's day. Nat 1 on its attack, and now it's just failing so badly.
Yeah.
So it takes 13 damage, and also on its next turn, it must choose whether it gets a move, an action, or bonus action. I don't think that matters much, considering how badly we've incapacitated.
Yeah, this tree is not doing a gosh darn thing on its next turn.
And then Azumi's just gonna dash.
Nice.
Like, if
Nice.
he can, he is going to, like, grab A by the arm and just start fucking booking it.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say on the tree's turn, I was just gonna move for A, and she was gonna dash too. But if Azumi wants to grab her and run, and assuming like he's probably gonna command Koro to do the same thing with Lilibet.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So everybody's running past the tree. So I'm just gonna have the tree do its wisdom save because that's pretty much all it can do right now. So see if it breaks out of slow. That is a 9. I'm gonna say that probably doesn't beat it.
Nah.
Yeah. All right. I think at this point I could probably call off initiative because, like, unless Professor's gonna try and attack this thing again, otherwise you guys can just run away from it easily.
Yeah, he's not gonna attack, he's just gonna keep slow up.
Right. That lasts a minute, but I think you guys can get away from it easily enough in that time. So.
If necessary, Ray of Frost is a cantrip, so if they need more than one round to get away from it, she can try and hit it again. It's got 60 feet in
Alright.
range.
Nice. Yeah.
Okay.
Just gonna book it, make sure everybody's sticking with us.
Yep. Alright, so you guys run from the tree, and you guys head a little further down, and you're coming up in another crossroads. There's one path that sort of continues forward, but there's another path that kind of curves off to the right. So, which one would you guys like to go down?
I mean, are we sticking left?
Professor was going to keep going with that instruction, so he was gonna go down the straight path, yes.
Alright, so you guys are gonna keep going forward. So you keep going heading forward. It kind of like takes a sharp turn to the left, and you end up in a passageway that's kind of just like a few like turns back and forth. It's a very curvy sort of passageway. Alright. And so you guys come out, in another hallway. Where you guys currently are, there is a path to your right and a path to your left. However, I'm gonna have you guys roll. I'm gonna say either you can roll perception to hear because Sorry, let me get my notes in order. Okay, you can. So there is one path that seems a little bit darker than the other, and one path that is a bit more well lit. You can either roll investigation with the darker path, or you can roll perception on the lit path.
My investigation is a lot better than my perception, so I'm gonna do investigation on the left path.
Alright.
Yeah, I also got better investigation, so...
Well, I'm in the same boat, so do we want to have someone who's looking at the left path or no?
In that case, I'll look at the left path.
It might be
Yeah.
split up, yeah.
I was gonna say,
I'm gonna have A check the... Yeah. A's gonna try to do perception on the lit path.
Alright.
Azumi probably has the best
I'll go-
perception out of all of us.
Right.
Yeah. I'm gonna go then with investigation on the darker path then.
So,
Okay.
Ah! Yeah, you have a plus 10.
Alright, I think you guys have got it cut, so...
That's better than my plus 4.
So, we'll start with Azumi. like what's going on in the left path, and you hear sort of a shuffling noise. You think that like something might be coming down from the lit path on the left. And Professor, you take a look at this path to the right, which is very darkened. You're getting kind of a magical vibe from it, like the darkness that's there. It doesn't seem normal. You get the sense that something odd might happen if you go down this path. You can try and roll Arcana if you want to, as well.
I will try.
Can I try Arcana? If I'm looking
Sure,
down
yeah.
that path?
Yeah,
Thank you.
that'll work. Yeah, you rolled high enough. You could probably sense something's up with that path too.
Oh, that is so rude. That's a nat 1.
Oh no.
Well,
13. Okay, I'm gonna say with that, you get weird vibes for this path, like something might happen if you go down it, but yeah, neither of you can really get, like, specifics, I'd say.
alright, I think
So,
there's something
basically,
odd magically going down this way. How's the other side?
Something's coming this way.
Oh, I think we should risk the magic, personally.
Oh god.
Crystal disagrees.
I'm just like, okay, I'm like, on the one hand, I don't know what to do. Because on the one hand, like, Crystal is like, that's a nat 1 she rolled on her Arcana. She does not know what this magic is. And I don't know whether that makes her more or less inclined to go down that path, because it's like, it's so unknown to her.
alright. I think A's gonna chime in at this point and say, I think I remember the last time I came through here, those paths lead, how do I explain? It doesn't make sense where they lead. It's sort of, teleport, that's the word. I think it teleports you to somewhere else in the maze. So if there's something coming at us, that might be a good way to get away from it.
Alright.
That's also a good way to get lost, though.
Possibly. I mean,
Well, our two options are to get lost or to face something we might not be prepared to face.
Now, speaking of, those sounds are getting closer, so you guys are gonna have to make a decision pretty quick.
yeah, Professor's gonna duck to the left.
Right, you're going in the dark path?
Yes.
Gotta sigh and follow.
Yeah, just, oh, for crying out loud. She's gonna make sure that A and Lilibet have followed through before following the rest of them.
No, they're sticking with you guys. Don't worry about that.
Professor
Alright, so
thinking,
you guys
like,
duck
we can get unlost.
Alright, so you guys, you duck into the dark path, and there is kind of a sort of trippy, like, teleporting effect. Kind of, like, mess with your heads a little bit. But, after that wears off, you guys find yourself standing at the edge of a large, sort of large open area. You're not sure where exactly this is in the maze, but it's a large open area. There's kind of a garden, like, to the sides. Like, there's some flowers planted there. There's a couple of shady trees. At the center, there's a big gazebo with, like, a bench on it. But you also see that off to the sides, there are a couple of those little pumpkins sitting there and kind of chatting away. They have them. You're going to have to roll a stealth, or you can try and get a sneak attack on them. Well, actually, no, you'll have to roll stealth first, either way, if you want to sneak attack. Unless you just want to reveal yourselves right away.
Are these pumpkins, do they have bodies?
You see, too, these ones don't have bodies.
Oh.
But you don't know if there's any. There might be some other hiding in here as well. I'd say if you want to, like, you'll have to roll perception if you want to see, like, if there's anything else in here.
Okay, I'm good to roll perception.
Alrighty.
Professor's gonna, in addition, turn to Lilibet and A, just like, do you recognize this place? This seems like it would be a sort of landmark, if anything.
A nods. I think it's kind of at the center of the maze. Last time I was here, me, Colette, and Lilibet, we kind of rested here. It was a lot safer. I mean, the pumpkins weren't trying to attack us that time,
Mm.
but I'm not sure. It might be more dangerous this time. I'm not really sure.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, we didn't get too lost.
You're so lucky that Crystal rolled high enough on her whiz save without saying anything while there are pumpkins around.
Yeah, but I did get a 22 perception. Is there anything else I
Yeah.
can notice?
Yeah, I was gonna say. So you see those two pumpkins kind of off to the side. You notice that kind of the underneath the roof of the gazebo, there are a few conspicuous vines hanging down. So there's a very good chance that like one of those pumpkins with a body might be clinging to the underside of that, waiting to get the jump on someone if they were to sit down on that bench.
Mm-hmm.
Azumi wants to punt one of them.
Like I said, you can either attempt to stealth or you can just run up and attack them outright.
What are our options to leave this area? Because Professor would prefer to stealth. He is going to point out the pumpkin in the gazebo.
All right. So currently your options. So you kind of entered this area at the south of it.
Mm.
So it's kind of the south entrance. There are two more areas. There are two more exits. There's one hallway going off to the west and one at the north. And the two pumpkins that you guys saw when you came in, they're kind of like in the corner that's like right between those two exits. So you would have to go by them to take either one, whether it's west or north.
Okay. Any idea which path would be better, west or north? Hey, Lilibet?
Let me roll something. I'm gonna roll for a little bit specifically.
Mm-hmm.
See what she gets. Ooh, a 19. Very good.
Mm.
Okay, so Lilibet thinks for a minute, and she seems to remember something. We should avoid the path to the west. I remember the last time we were here, there was something very bad that way. I can't remember what it was, but Colette didn't want to go that way either. So I do believe the north path would be our best bet.
All right, I think we should try to sneak past if we can. And if we can't, then we'll deal with the pumpkins.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna roll stealth.
And we're once again do group stealth, so basically everybody will roll, and then I'll do like the mean of what it was. So add them up, divide by 4.
Alright, cool.
Got a nat 20. Oh wait, I have
Nice.
a modifier.
Nice.
Why didn't I add my modifier?
All right, well you can adjust that. Okay, I got a 15. Pretty good.
Sorry, I'm trying to tell if this was the sheet that has stealth expertise. Give me a sec.
All right, take your time. Very nice. All right.
Can I roll for Koro?
You can if you want to. I wasn't gonna make you roll, but if you want to, then go for it.
The good boy got a nat 20.
Whoa!
Oh my god,
Aw,
Goodest boy.
Best
yes. The
boy.
goodest boy.
felt a tense situation and was like, oh, he's been around tunes long enough.
All right, and here is your guys' group stealth.
Mm.
Okay.
Not bad.
I think that's probably gonna be good, but I'm gonna roll for the pumpkins just to see. So. All right, doesn't see you, and the one under the eaves. Let's see. Nope, none of them notice you.
Yeah.
So yeah, you sneak by very easily. The two pumpkins off in the corner, they seem to be having a very animated discussion about whether one of them has candy inside their head or not. And which eventually kind of goes off to, like, do you think any of the intruders have candies in their heads? Well, there's only one way to find out. If we find them, we gotta smash their heads open.
Mm.
Oh,
And they
good.
kind of go on with that, not noticing the entire group of people sneaking by them.
Imagining that like cartoon bit where they're in the foreground and this conversation is happening, and in the background the entire group just sneaks by.
This whole line of people. You see Cora like just like going up by on tippy toes.
Mm.
The tippy tap of like too many steps at once.
Mhm.
I'm thinking like in like Scooby Doo and like Scooby's trying to like sneak past something,
Mhm.
that sort of thing. All right, so yeah, you guys sneak through that area very easily, and I also have to note Lilibet is giving Koro many pats for doing a very good job. He is an excellent steed.
He's a very good boy.
He is a very good boy.
All right, North Path.
All right. So yes, this path kind of curves around again. And you guys are at kind of another crossroads. You see one path to the south that goes into one of those other dark areas, and you get the feeling that's probably going to teleport you. So presumably you guys go past that one again. All right.
Crystal is gonna march straight past it at the very least because no, not this time.
Mm.
No teleportation.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as there's
Right,
no
so-
obvious threat in the other path, then yeah.
Doesn't seem to be. I'm gonna have you guys roll survival for this part because this area is kind of like a mess of like a lot of like twisted paths, some that circle around. So you guys are gonna need to do survival to figure out like which is the best way to go.
Mhm.
Cool. Oh man, Crystal's survival roll is garbage.
Mm-hmm. All right. And just for fun, I'm gonna roll A as well.
Mm.
I forgot the D for that.
Nice.
Hold on.
Oh.
Nope. Yeah, there we go. 13. Yeah, sorry, I forgot the D. All right. Yeah. So yeah, I'd say with that, you guys can figure out your way out. I think, Crystal, you almost like go down a wrong path, but the other's gonna have to steer you towards it.
I think, yeah, she's a little bit too stuck on the I don't know where we've come from because we teleported and that's like throwing her off.
Mhm.
Fair enough. Yeah. You almost get a bit lost, but the rest of the group manages to turn you back around. So you guys end up taking a path to the north. And I'm not gonna have you roll for this one. You guys hear some more sounds coming up this way. So sound like there's someone there. There doesn't seem to be like a whole lot of other ways to go. It's kind of just a straight shot to wherever this place leads. So I'm gonna say you can roll stealth if you want to try and get the drop on whoever's up ahead, or you can just go in guns blazing. Your guys' call.
Hmm. If it's moving, then there's a chance that we could hide well and it'll just go past us.
Mm.
Yeah, I think that could work. So we'll see what the group stealth is once everybody rolls. Like, if it's if it's a certain amount, then it'll just like walk right past you.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool.
Alrighty. Group stealth check.
My boy rolls below a 10, and it still adds up to an unnatural 20.
Yeah.
Azumi's always got to be extra. Alright, A only got an 8, but fortunately for her, this is a group stealth check.
Mhm.
Okay. So there is your guys' total. I'm gonna say that's probably not enough to find a good hiding space to like completely avoid it. If it was a little higher, maybe would have. But you guys do get a sneak attack round on this it's one of those pumpkins that has like a body, so it's walking past you guys. So I'm gonna have you guys roll initiative first, and you guys go get a surprise round on it. And if it survives, then I will roll it into the initiative.
Nice.
All right, initiative time.
Well, it's just as well we're getting a surprise round because I whiffed on the initiative roll.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Just need candles roll.
Yeah, hold on. 1 second.
No worries. Yeah.
I also did terribly.
Aw, man. Okay, there is our surprise attack. Alright, so Azumi, you see this very flammable-looking plant ambling towards you guys, but hasn't seen you yet. What do you want to do?
Bonus action, activate flame tongue, action. He's gonna go right in there, baby!
Go for it. Roll that.
Carve that pumpkin.
Mm-hmm.
What's your bullet? Oh, there it is. 25.
That will absolutely hit. Roll damage. Hey.
So it's a, sorry, that's 13 total.
Alright, yeah, you just, like, jump out of the bushes at this thing, stab it in the face, probably, like, almost cleave it in half. It is still up, but it is, like screaming and gurgling, like, as it is just, like, writhing in pain as you just, like, stab the heck out of it. And,
Yeah,
will that be anything
alright.
Yeah. Alright, anything else for your turn?
No, I used my bonus action to turn the thing on, so...
Nice.
Alright. Let's see. Professor then. Just going to. Just gonna hit it with a long sword. So let's see, to hit, that's 11.
And 11, just barely does not hit.
Okay.
I think this thing is, like, flailing around in agony so much that, like, your swing misses.
Alright. I don't think I have a relevant bonus action. Oh wait, I took the attack action. I think I can do a where's the two-handed fighting thing? Where is it? There it is. Okay, I can... Oh wait, I don't think that was a light melee weapon though. No, it was not. Okay, then, that's my turn.
Alright, Crystal, you are up.
Yeah, I think Crystal's gonna cast Magic Missile. So I need to roll damage for that because that's not a one that one just hits.
Yeah, just auto hit, so roll the damage.
I've had Taz on the brain because my fiance and I are we're getting into a group that's cosplaying the IPRE. So like all I can think
nice.
of, that's where Taco's at.
9 damage.
Yeah, that will finish it off. So, how do you want to do this?
I think just like quick, like because it's 3 darts, so just like bam, bam, bam kind of thing, and just
Yeah.
finish it. It's like because I think it writhing and screaming in pain. She might have like put her hands over A's eyes and then just like cast it to like try and stop this before it draws attention or like makes things worse.
That's probably a good call. Alright, and real quick, I'm gonna roll just kind of a straight luck roll. Because Azumi did kind of light on a fire. Ooh, that is a 9. So yeah, so this thing collapses to the ground. However, some of the flames that were on it kind of catch on the grass, and you guys are gonna have to find a way to put these flames out quickly, or else it's gonna start spreading to the rest of the maze.
Ray of Frost.
Alright, excellent. Do you have to roll an attack for that, or?
I'll roll an attack for that. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. That should be enough. Hopefully.
Alright, let's see what you got.
Yeah. Okay, that's your modifier. 16.
Okay, yeah, you act very quickly, and you're able to put out the flames at their source and just kind of spray ice all over the place, and you put the flames out before they can spread too quickly. Like, once that whole situation's done, I think Lilibet kind of chimes in, like, Oh, goodness, that was rather close. Do be more careful where you're throwing your fire, young man, she says to Azumi.
He levels a flat look at her before he just kind of... He hasn't turned off the flame tongue yet, so it's just kind of like lighting his visage like so ominously before he just does that bonus action to turn it off.
Lilibet does not seem fazed by this. A, on the other hand, I think kind of comes in between the two of you and is like, thank you for taking care of that, Mr. Azumi.
Of course.
We should keep going. I think we're getting close to the exit.
Oh, good. It'll keep moving.
Alrighty.
Anybody want some roasted pumpkin?
Okay.
Surprisingly, Lilibet will take the offer.
I mean, she deserves it.
At this point,
yeah. Yeah. A doesn't seem too keen on the idea, but Lilibet has no problem with it. She's just happily munching a slice of charred pumpkin as you guys are going along. Alright. So you guys, so it looks like there's a straight shot. There's not much left. However, there is one small little alcove, kind of all along the way, and you see that unfortunately, there aren't a whole lot of pumpkins in there. It's just one that just kind of like sitting on a table, in that little alcove. It looks like you are gonna have to like go past it. And there's not really, it's a very small room, so there's not really anywhere you could stealth past it. So, what's your guys' plan for this?
Yeah, I assume. Just to see what they're gonna see.
Mm-hmm. Are you guys gonna go on the attack right away, or are you going to just walk in?
Just gonna walk in, I think.
Mm.
All right. Yeah, I think A and a little bit are probably sticking near the back of the group. So yeah, so you guys walk in. The pumpkin sees you and just kind of grins with his little jagged pumpkin mouth and is like, "There, you guys are the intruders, aren't you?"
No.
Roll deception.
My bitch! Deception!
Oh.
18.
Excellent. See, the pumpkin just goes, "Oh, my mistake. If you see them, can you let me know? I think I'm supposed to look for, like, a little girl and a doll or something. If you see anyone like that, then let me know, alright?" Camera pans over to A and Lilibet and Koro just kind of, like, hiding in, like, the entrance to the little alcove.
Pumpkins can't see them because the rest of the party is standing in front of her.
God.
Actually, can we have A and Koro roll roll a stealth to see if they can just sneak past?
That is, yes.
I will give advantage on this just because it's funny to me.
I am not kidding you! With advantage, nat 20.
Oh my
god! Oh! Okay.
Oh.
Unfortunately,
Oh,
A didn't do
God.
quite so well. Okay, I'm gonna say with that nat 20. Okay, I have an idea for how this can go down. So your guys are sneaking past. Koro's doing a really good job. A like almost trips and gets spotted, and the pumpkin's like, "Huh? What was that?" But then Koro, thinking fast, barks, and the pumpkin's just like, "Oh, it's just a dog. Never mind."
See, the pumpkin's looking for a girl and a doll, not a dog, a girl and a doll.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So yeah, I'm just gonna say that if you guys want to just walk past the pumpkin, you can successfully do so.
Yeah.
Listen, that was Koro's second nat 20. I have to give it to you guys.
Sobbing. Oh god.
Amazing.
Kind of want to like ask the pumpkin some questions. I don't know how well this is gonna go, but
You can absolutely ask the pumpkin questions. I can't guarantee it'll give you any coherent answers, but you can go right ahead.
I'm just trying to figure out how to phrase this. The like just maybe like something along the lines of like, do you know why you're looking out for these intruders?
Well, because the prince said so. The prince said to look out for him.
The prince?
Yeah, the Prince of Gourds. He's the one who made us all. And he's the one who took over the castle and the kingdom from that silly old doll, so that now it's our kingdom. And we can party all we want.
I see. And so, where did you guys come from before that?
A pumpkin patch, I think?
She wants to ask where, but she's like, I don't know if I'm going to get an answer for that, because that was not very, very specific. It's just, alright, And the Prince of Gods, did he, bring you to life there, or here?
Pumpkin kind of shrugs, which is an impressive feat considering it doesn't really have any shoulders or arms or anything like that. I don't know, I just, one minute I wasn't and then I was.
Do you remember anything before you overtook this place?
Pumpkin kind of shakes its head.
Well, fair enough. She's just like torn between wanting to thank the pumpkin for its time and being like, I'm still angry about like everything that the pumpkins have been doing, so I think she's just gonna settle with a good luck with your watch and just walk off.
Hey, Fives, nice talking to you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
I can't fucking believe that worked.
Oh man.
I think as you guys are going along this pathway towards the exit, you kind of hear Lilibet grumbling under her breath, like, "Oh, well, that confirms that it's his name, I suppose. Prince of Gourds, indeed. Honestly, a prince overthrowing a queen like this, I can't believe this." And she's kind of grumbling to herself. But yeah, anyone want to do anything else, or you guys just want to head for the exit?
Head towards the exit. Seems about right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, so yeah, now you guys know what the horned boy's name is, apparently, or at least his title, from the look of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So you guys, you guys make your way to the exit. There's kind of a bit of a bright light as you exit the sort of more shady area of the maze was. And you come across a clearing, and in front of you guys is this huge mansion. It's very tall. You'd say about maybe 4 or 5 stories tall, and it's decorated in sort of like a gingerbread house kind of look on the outside. Very, very cutesy. This would probably be a very beautiful house, if not for the fact that it is completely covered with these thick, thorny vines all over it, like over the windows and the doorway. Especially the doorway, it's like really, really thick.
Hmm.
So you are gonna have to get through that if you want to get inside.
Wow. That's going to be... Professor will probably go up to the door and try and cut away at them, like just with the knife.
I'm gonna say roll me a strength check.
Mm-hmm. 8.
Yeah, you maybe get through, like, it takes like a few minutes for you to saw through just like one of the vines because they're pretty thick. So I will say, like, you can like barely see the door through it, and funnily enough, it's a purple door and it has like a face on it, like 2 little eyes and a sticking out sort of tongue. It's very kind of goofy looking. Actually, like, once the door sees you, like, through that little gap, it starts going like it's trying to like call for help.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's horrifying.
Alright, this isn't working.
Azumi, stop trying to light things on fire, challenge.
No.
Oh god, yeah, Crystal's
if he
been
wants
side-eyeing. Crystal's been side-eyeing Azumi this whole time.
Yeah, I think Lilibet probably is too.
No,
He's giving the exact same look.
no, he takes the short sword because that's like the next best thing he's got, and he's going to try and cut them himself. He's got a bit of a better strength mod because of the gauntlets.
If you guys want, you can like provide a help action or like bardic inspiration or something.
Yeah. Professor will give Azumi the help action.
Hey, nice. All right, so roll with advantage.
All right, that's a 16 for the first one, and a 12 for the second.
All right.
So that's a 20 total.
All right, that is an unnatural 20. Yeah, I'd say with that, it definitely takes a little bit of effort, but between the two of you, you eventually manage to carve a path through it. Let's see. I'm gonna roll luck to see if like either of you get like jabbed on any of the like the thorns and stuff. Actually, no, better idea. You guys roll a dex check to see if you get like if you jab yourself on any of the thorns while you're cutting through.
Okay.
Okay.
Check, like a straight check, or
It is a straight check.
okay.
Alright.
Okay, that's good. 10. Unfortunately, Prof, you are going to take a little bit of damage. Not too much, fortunately, so... Let's see. You take 2 points of piercing damage.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. I think A probably, like, gasped a little bit, like, oh no, your hand!
No, that's alright. I didn't bring my gardening gloves.
That gets her to, like, laugh a little bit. Aw.
Sorry, Azumi's immediate thought was, with how big your pockets are, I'd be surprised if you didn't. He's thinking it.
Yeah. You would think so. He has, like, costume gloves in there. He doesn't have gardening gloves.
Alright, so you guys managed to get the vines all chopped away and the doorway is open. And A says, oh, we don't have to say the whole rhyming song thing again, do we? I don't think I remember the words. And Lilibet replies, oh, don't worry, dear. That's more of a security formality. Here, allow me. And she clears her throat and says, by order of the Queen, I demand that you open your doors to us. And sure enough, the purple door kind of opens its mouth and it transforms like into a doorway. And you guys can get inside now.
Cool. Yeah, unfortunately,
right,
Crystal
and-
was absolutely no help with that last one.
Fair enough. I mean, neither was A either. She couldn't really do much. But...
Yeah, that's fine. If she had, like, a plant spell, then maybe, but if you don't have it, you don't have it.
I was checking through her spells,
Yeah.
and she doesn't have it. She didn't have anything that would help.
Yeah, that's fine.
Exactly.
That's why
Okay,
we
we've
got
been
it.
going for about an hour.
Mm.
Yeah, we've been going for about an hour. Do you guys want to take a break right now?
Yeah.
That would be
All right,
nice.
we'll take we'll take a short break, and when we return, we will go inside the mansion and see what's in there.
Cool. Sounds good.
Cool.
See you soon.
Okay, I paused the recording. See you guys in a bit.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm back.
I am also back. I can't believe Koro got 2 natural 20s.
Dude, I'm losing my goddamn mind.
Really, he is the goodest boy.
So like the other role for that was what was it? It was an 18. So I was like, okay, so the next roll doesn't do it. And then he gets another fucking nat 20 and I'm just like the dice says this is the goodest boy.
And they were correct. He is the goodest boy.
Hey, baby girl. Sorry, speaking of good boys, a good pet, Maki is also here.
Aki!
She has decided to start playing with the plastic bag.
Aw.
I'm back.
Hey. Oatmeal's around, they're just having a snack, so.
Nice.
Actually, while you're waiting, fun little behind the scenes thing. So, if you hadn't snuck past that pumpkin so skillfully, it would have attacked you by exploding.
Oh wow.
Reminds me of
Yeah, no, Reminds you what?
that one Batman villain, Scarecrow.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, kinda. Yeah.
Well, then I'm
Get it.
kind of glad that we managed to sneak past it then.
Definitely.
Hello.
Hi, Oatmeal.
Hello.
All right, we all ready to continue?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
All right, I will start the recording again. And we are back. So, you guys all enter the to the foyer of the mansion, and again, it looks like it would be a very sort of pretty, elegant, kind of regal sort of looking place. However, you notice that there is a whole bunch of very orange, squishy looking stuff scattered all over the floor, and you quickly realize these are the remains of pumpkins that somebody smashed up.
Ooh. Well,
I think, yeah.
you go on.
Yeah, and I think Lilibet says, well, if this is Colette's doing, then at least she was able to defend herself.
Yes.
Well, if she's in here, then there's a good chance she might be hiding somewhere. I propose that we all split up and look for her. The mansion is rather large, and we can cover more ground that way. Is that acceptable to everyone else?
Ugh.
Do you expect there to be any enemies in here?
Well, it would appear that she took care of any that would have got in here, and besides, with all those vines on the outside, I doubt anything could have easily snuck in here. Still, maybe keep a careful eye out, I suppose? I mean, you made quick work with that other one. Surely you can defend yourselves rather easily. A chimes in like, but please be careful, whatever you do.
Perhaps splitting into smaller groups rather than into just individuals might be better. It will strike a balance between safety and being able to search quickly.
That sounds like a good idea.
Indeed, we shall go with that then.
Alright, so let's see. Who's going to go with whom? Let's see, there's 3 of us, and 2 of you, and Koro.
Yep.
Always got to include the dog.
Yeah. Out of character, I think the way I see it is we could potentially split either into 2 groups or into like 3 groups with like Azumi, Koro, and then Professor and Crystal taking one of A and Lilibet. But yeah, it depends what people want to do.
Yeah, no, that sounds like a pretty good idea.
Okay, so let me type in the groups just so we have it in order. So it's Azumi and Koro in one group,
Yeah.
and then was it Crystal and Professor in the second group?
No, Crystal and Professor taking one of Lilibet and A, I think.
Okay, that sounds good. So yeah, you guys can decide amongst yourselves like who wants to take A, who wants to take Lilibet.
Yeah, which do you think? I'm okay going with Lilibet just because I don't think Crystal would maybe...
Get along?
Yeah!
Yeah,
Fair enough, that's fair.
entirely. All right, so I'm gonna put down Crystal and A, and Professor, and Lilibet. All right,
The
so
other
those
good
are
thing
our
about
groups.
this is... Oh, sorry. Is that Crystal has a fair few, like, protection, abjuration spells, which will be easier to, like, on A, whereas, like, Professor can just carry Lilibet if necessary.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so I'm gonna say this. So we got our groups. So there are 4 floors to this to this mansion. There's also an attic, but a little bit Ed will tell you guys that they should leave that for like as a last resort because it is kind of a mess and they don't usually go up there. She didn't say why exactly, but she's kind of sorry, I'm blanking on the word for it. Like
Apprehensive?
yeah,
Cagey?
apprehensive. Something like that. Basically, she's saying, like, you know, if you're gonna check the attic, leave it for, like, a last resort sort of thing. She also thinks that, like it's very unlikely that Colette would want to hide in there unless she absolutely had to, so... there are 4 floors. You guys can pick them. I will say that A requests that she Professor search the 3rd floor. She doesn't say why exactly. Just yet. You can ask her to elaborate if you want, but she opts to go for the 3rd floor.
Yeah, he'll just go with it.
All right.
You said A and Professor, and that's like splitting 2 groups, so I'm not sure which one you actually meant.
Oh wait, sorry. No, I meant A and Crystal. My bad. I mixed you guys up.
Ah.
You know, A will ask Crystal if they can search the 3rd floor.
Crystal has no issues with this.
Okay, so that leaves the 1st, 2nd, and 4th floors for you guys to search.
1st, 2nd, and 4th.
Azumi can take the 1st floor with Koro.
Yeah. Professor will take the 2nd floor then.
Alrighty, so we got those 4 floors covered. Alright, we're gonna go one by one and have each group roll investigation on their respective floor. So we'll start at the 1st floor. That was Azumi and Koro.
Yes. Question, can I argue scent-based perception for Koro?
Absolutely. And also, like, he could probably, like, take a scent from, Lilibet and, like, use that to, like, find, Colette more easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this does mean he's no longer Steed.
Aww. On the plus side, Lilibet gets a much higher vantage point now. I think, like, as a professor picks her up, a little bit says something like, "Oh, do be careful how you're carrying me. I don't want you wrinkling my dress or anything."
Not a problem.
Meanwhile, A's just, like, kind of letting out an exasperated sigh.
Yeah, Professor is very clearly, like, humoring her. I forget, are we supposed to roll something?
Yeah, we're doing investigation. I'm gonna do you guys one at a time, because so I can
okay.
describe stuff.
It took me a bit to find Koro's stat block again.
Okay, sorry.
Alrighty. Yep. Okay, so yes, you guys do very well. So there are 2 rooms on this floor. There is one room that has like a bunch of like there's some cushions on the floor that you could presumably sit on, and there's a bunch of like games and like playing cards and stuff. In this one, you search around and you don't find anything. Or actually wait, no, I got the I'm sorry guys, I got the order of the rooms wrong. The 1st floor was the foyer. All the other rooms were the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th floors. So sorry about that. So in that case, Crystal, sorry, Crystal's on the 3rd floor. So Professor, are you all right doing the 4th floor then?
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
So you're on the 4th floor, and Azumi's on the 2nd floor then. Sorry, I got them mixed up, guys.
That's
Right.
okay.
Oh, good. That means the floor each.
Okay. Right, so yeah, so Azumi, you search the card room, there's no sign of her at all, just a whole bunch of games and pillows and stuff. And across from that is what you presume is probably some kind of tea room, or like a tea salon, because it's got a big table, and there's like teacups in a cabinet. On the table there's a whole bunch of sweets. Most of them, well actually there's not like a whole lot of sweets, because a lot of them looks like they've been kind of picked over. Interestingly enough though, you find that there's one confection that's kind of like it's under like one of those little glass dome things, like, you know, when you want to like preserve like sweets or something, or put them on display, that sort of thing. Roll me a history to see if you can figure out like what kind of dessert this is, just for fun.
Shit, that's cooked.
Aw.
Alright, go.
All right, so yeah, it's this very this flaky-looking sort of pastry with some kind of filling. When you get a look, like you can see it's sort of an apple kind of filling, and you would know that this is apple strudel. And interestingly enough, unlike all the other sweets on the table, this one is like completely untouched.
Huh.
Yeah, so that's interesting. But again, you and Koro search the whole area, search under the table, behind the cabinets, and you don't find any sign of her. And you don't, Koro can't sniff her out from this level. So you guys have cleared this level. There's no sign of her. Um, moving on to Crystal and A in the third floor. Let's have them roll an investigation.
All right. Nice. All right. Cool.
Oh, not bad for A.
But I just need to find my modifier. Yep, 23.
Alrighty. So, so you guys search. So the two rooms in this one of the doors, A goes up to open it, and at first it doesn't open, but then she seems to remember something. Oh right, this room, this room can change. I remember this room can change if you ask it to look a different way. Let me think. I'd like to see a blue room, please. And then she turns the knob on the door, and sure enough, there is a room inside that the walls are all blue, and there's these pretty blue dresses on like mannequins in there. And but interestingly enough, there along one of the walls are these three large mirrors. And but other than that, it seems to be empty. Though A does say when she sees the mirrors, well, that's good. Those are still there. Those might be useful later, actually.
They're important?
Yes, I guess they'd be considered magical mirrors. Each one can do different things. I'll show them to you later, but right now we should probably focus on, looking for Colette.
Any chance we could use the mirrors to find Colette?
She thinks like, that might work. Let's search the library first, though, just to be safe.
No, that's fair enough. It might just be if we can't find her through searching the house, it might be a useful place to come back to.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, we should definitely come back here. Actually, if there are mirrors there, I wonder if we can connect to the Hall of Mirrors again. That might be a safer place for Colette to stay, once we find her.
That's a very good idea.
All right, and so you guys move on to the library, and there are these big, tall bookshelves in there. There's even ladders, like those sliding ladders on wheels, to search around through those. And there's a couple of desks. You search under them. No sign of them there. However, before you guys leave this room, A actually goes up to one of the ladders and is kind of searching the bookshelves for something, and you get the sense that maybe this is why she wanted to check the library, like on this floor specifically, because there's a book she's trying to find. And sure enough, she pulls out this blue book that has a crescent moon on the front, and she says, "It's back here. That's good. And she's kind of muttering to herself at this point as she like kind of opens the book and flips through it. And I'm gonna have Crystal roll an insight on her.
Sure, I can do that. I mean, my insight modifier is not great, but we'll see how we go. Okay. 13?
Okay, 13. So yeah, you notice it's very subtle. As A's reading, like, what looks like the front page of the book, she kind of frowns a little bit, and her eyes have this sort of, like, melancholy look to them for, like, just a split second. She's kind of flipping through the pages. Most of them from this angle seem to be kind of blank. It's just, like, the one at the front seems to have something on it.
Are you alright?
She kind of yelps in surprise and like nearly drops the book. Sorry, I got distracted. I wanted to see if this came back. The last time it was here, it sort of disappeared. And she'll show it to you. And on the title of this, it says "A Boy's Midnight Journey" by Hugo Heydrich, and I'll post that here in the game zone.
Hmm. And this is important to you?
I think it might be. I just get this feeling about and she's kind of muttering as she's flipping through it. And as she flips to the back of the book, you guys hear a sort of like clanging sound as something hits the floor. And you both look down, and there is a key sitting on the floor. It is blue, and it has a crescent moon-shaped handle. And A kind of lets out a little gasp of surprise and says, "Oh, that wasn't there the last time." And she kind of bends over to pick it up.
Best to take it with us, I think. That might come in handy later. Actually, might be prudent to bring the book as well, if you said that it disappeared last time.
She nods. She actually like quickly takes a look at the book in her hands as well, like she's expecting something to happen to it, like even while she's holding it. But sure enough, it stays the way it is. And actually, if you want to look into it, she will hand it to you if you want to take a look.
Yeah, only if A is okay with that. Like, she's not gonna be pushy about it, even though, like, you know, any sort of information is useful kind of thing.
Yeah, if you ask, she will hand it over. Just, clearly she wants you to be careful with it. And, so what it reads is as follows. Appears to be some kind of a storybook from the look of it. A certain boy was known to have a problematic condition, one that would only affect him at night, one that even the best doctors could not explain. Thought to be the work of the devil by many, it was said that the boy would wake up during the night and speak to the ones who had perished. Despite the various attempts to cure him of his curse, the boy kept on being disturbed by strange voices in the night. And then the following pages are all scratched out and are completely illegible. But at the end of the book, there's one page that you can read, and it says, "No one around him will ever know about this secret of his. Such a privilege only belongs to me, my dear." And I will post that here as well.
Ooh.
Hmm.
A lot of parallels to what we've learned about A so far.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think once Crystal's had a look at the book, she will ask A, do you have a place that you're, a secure place you're happy to hold on to the book, or would you like me to take it for now?
Maybe you should take it. It's kind of big. I don't think it'll fit in my dress pockets.
That's fair enough. You could say I have a few books on hand. It should fit right in. And she's gonna like open up her little satchel bag and just place it in there. And yeah, it's in her hammer space now, along with her probably like library of books that she has in there.
Yeah. Let's hope you guys will be able to find it in there. All
Yeah,
right.
well, that's a problem for future.
Alright, so yeah, that is your guys' scene. So now we'll cut over to the professor and Lilibet. So we'll have you guys roll your investigation now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna give a little bit advantage because like this is her and Colette's house, so.
Alright, I got a nat 20.
Nice.
And this is, was it investigation or perception?
Investigation.
Okay.
Very nice. So the two of you go to the top, and you peer into one of the rooms off to the left, which it's a very pretty room. It has like a kind of this like sort of starry like night sky painted on the wall and the ceiling, and there's this like very comfy looking little couch in there. But it only takes a quick little glance for you guys to figure out that like she's probably not in there. It looks very empty. So you guys immediately go over to the next room, which Lilibet thinks is there's a pretty good chance that she's in there because this is Colette's playroom where she keeps like all her toys and stuff. And you enter, and it's a pretty decently sized room. There's a whole bunch of like dolls, there's stuffed animals, there's like a miniature dollhouse, that sort of thing. And ordinarily it's pretty cluttered, so if she is hiding in here, it'd be pretty hard for you guys to find anything. But with that nat 20 professor, your attention is drawn over to one of the toy boxes. And if you listen very, very carefully, you can hear the sound of breathing inside the toy box. So you think somebody might be in there.
Yeah, he's gonna, like, cautiously go up to it, and, give it a little knock.
All right, Professor, roll me a dex save.
Good fun.
Okay, dex save. Oh, good, you have a good mod for that. Alright. Alright, that's a 17.
All right, a 17. Yeah, I'd say that's probably enough. Yeah. So you very nimbly dodge out of the way of what looks to be like a little wooden toy soldier that is being thrown directly at your head.
Alright, now, look, I'm not an enemy.
I think before you have a chance to say too much, you see this person pop out of the toy box. And she's shouting at you, I told you to get out of my house, you stupid pumpkins!
Not a pumpkin. I'm here with Lilibet.
Exactly, and as you say, a little bit also had... Oh, sorry, hang on. She says, Colette, don't shout at our guests. I mean, and then she kind of like shakes her head, like she kind of immediately went into like chiding mode, like just without thinking. And then she follows up with like, I mean, Colette, oh thank heavens you're okay. And I think at this, Colette finally calms down and notices, and she says, Lilibet, you're here. And I think Lilibet would just like jump out of Prof's arms and like into Colette's arms, and the two of them are hugging now. It's very sweet. I think Colette's actually like she might be tearing up like a tiny bit, and she's saying, I was so scared. I thought I was gonna be alone forever, but you're here. I'm so glad you're here. And Lilibet's kind of like just kind of like gently stroking the side of her face, like shh, it's all right, my dear. We're safe. I'm here.
It's alright. We're going to try to get that boy to leave you alone.
I think after the two of them have their little moment, Colette kind of gives you sort of like kind of tilts her head and gives you a curious look and is like, hey, and she kind of whispers a little bit. It's like, who's this old weirdo? And Lilibet says, it's all right. He's with me. He's one of my temporary royal bodyguards for the time. He helped me get here. Oh, okay. That's all right then. And I think at this point she'll extricate herself from the toy box.
Yes. Myself and a few others were invited in by A to sort of help.
And she kind of gives you another curious look and is like, wait, are you more of us then? And
I don't, no.
yeah, And Lilibet will also confirm, no dear, I believe they're from outside of here? They're not part of our system, so to speak. Oh, I didn't know people could come in from outside here.
It's a... I think normally, that's not, normally possible, but there's, sort of a very odd mix, of magic that's, allowing us, temporary entry. Also, probably how, the Prince of Gourds is here, because I don't know that he's part of your deal.
He's not. He's definitely not supposed to be here, Colette says, kind of pouting. And that stupid boy and his stupid horns have been ruining everything since he showed up.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one who trapped me in here.
Yes. Well, we've come to help get rid of him.
Oh, thank goodness. But anyway, never mind that for now. You said A was here?
Oh, yes. A went with, one of my friends, Crystal, to go check out, what was it, the 4th floor? The 3rd floor?
I think they were on the 3rd floor, because you're on the 4th floor currently.
Oh, okay, yeah. They're in the floor, beneath us. We could go meet up with them if you like.
What are we doing standing around here for? Yeah. I think Colette's just gonna, run out the door now, not even wait for you.
Yeah, he'll follow along.
Right. I think at this point, Crystal, you and A are probably leaving the library, and you hear these footsteps stomping their way down the stairs very quickly.
Yeah,
just for fun,
I think Crystal's gonna pull A behind her, sort of thing, at the ready, just in case, because she doesn't know who this is.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, just for fun, I'm gonna roll a dex check for Colette to see if she trips on the stairs or anything.
Oh no.
That's a 9. Oh, okay. She definitely stumbles and is kind of windmilling her arms for a moment.
Oh,
but
careful.
she just barely manages to... Yeah. Just barely managed to catch herself. And from behind Crystal, A is saying, Colette, is that you? And Colette shouts, Miss, it is you! And she's just gonna push past Crystal and give A big hug, not even caring that Crystal's there.
Fair enough, on the one hand, Crystal's kind of miffed, you could have just asked, but on the other hand, it's okay, this is a fairly stressful situation, and they are young. I suppose I can let it go.
Yeah.
I think Professor is, coming up behind and, just sort of, locks eyes with Crystal and, gives a sort of flat look, yeah, she's like that.
Yeah, I think she'll just say, I see you were successful then.
Yes.
Yeah, meanwhile, Colette's been hugging A, and she's kind of she's talking a mile a minute, saying everything that happened to her, getting trapped in here and whatnot. And A's just kind of patiently listening to her.
Mm-hmm.
She's very excited right now.
Oh.
Actually, I'm gonna have you two roll an insight on her. Let's see what you guys get.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, that is...
Nope.
Insight. Okay. 17.
Okay, I think, Professor, you would get this. You kind of put together. So, you know that Colette has presumably been stuck in here for at least a couple of days. Probably, however long it's been, since A stopped hearing from the rest of her headmates. And, you've realized that, this little girl has been stuck in this house completely alone, all by herself, for, several days, not knowing if, anyone was going to come to get her, or if anyone could come to get her.
Mm.
And so this excitement right now, it's, yeah, you imagine, she was probably, probably miserable and, so alone while she was in here, and that's this excitement is probably just kind of like a rebound of that, like just the sheer relief of like somebody coming to get her.
Yeah. It's not just like happy excitement, it's also like desperation and relief.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, well.
I think eventually. Oh, there you go.
Oh, he was just, we should probably meet up with, Azumi and Koro next.
Right. Well, wow, you did bring a lot of people. Colette says, and I think A chimes in like, "Oh yeah, you get to meet Koro. Oh, you're gonna love him. He's a dog. He's a very good boy." And Colette just gasps like, "You brought a doggy with you? I want to pet him. I want to pet him." She's like just jumping up and down so excitedly.
Koro is the most charismatic character in this party.
Oh.
He
Hopefully,
deserves it.
yeah.
I said Bard here.
Hopefully the dog makes up for what is probably to Colette like 3 very unfunny adults.
Definitely.
Well, at least there's a dog.
There is a dog. Alright, so we want to have everybody go down to the second floor to see where Azumi Koro would be.
Mm-hmm.
I think Colette probably takes the lead again. Meanwhile, Lilibet's just like chiding her, like, hey, don't run, you're going to trip again."
Yeah, Zumi's kind of like chilling for a bit. He was like, still looking around for a bit, before he was gonna go see if the others had any better luck.
Yeah. I think Azumi and Koro, you see this very, very pink little girl just like skipping her way down the stairs.
Oh, hello.
I think she catches sight of Koro and she's just like, "Puppy!" But before she runs, Lilibet like kind of whistles to stop her and is like, now hold on, my dear. You can't just go petting him. And she's kind of chiding her about like, you have to let him sniff you. You have to be like gentle, that sort of thing. Colette kind of rolls her eyes at all the chiding and scolding, but she does what Lilibet says regardless.
Yeah, if she does like let Koro sneeze first, Koro will do that and then also just push his nose into her hand.
Yeah, she was absolutely delighted by this, and she's giving him many ear scritches. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? You are!
Roar!
Oh! I think at this point the rest of the group is probably rejoined. Yeah. I think after she's given yeah. Yeah, you guys can talk if you want, yeah.
I was saying, just in time to hear the Shiba screaming.
He's
Can't
talking.
even be
He's
mad.
singing-
Can't even be
he's
mad
singing the song of her
because
people.
yeah. Can't even be mad at her ignoring the rest of the party because the dog is a very good excuse to ignore the rest of the party.
Absolutely.
Now, was there something else we wanted to find here? Something about a letter? Or is that, elsewhere?
Yeah, I think A perks up with that. Oh, right, the letter. We need to look for that. And, funnily enough, once you say that, Colette's very excitable demeanor kind of fades a little bit, and she kind of, like frowns a little bit and is like, what letter are you talking about? And A kind of, like, pushes her way over to where, Colette and is like, well, you might not, she's kind of stammering over her words a little bit, like she's like nervous to say whatever she wants to and like get to the point. Yeah. I was wondering, have you seen a piece of of our mother's letter here? And Colette's frown kind of deepens a little bit, like, and she kind of rolls her eyes, like, "Why would you want that stupid thing?" And A replies, "Well, we I was hoping to find the pieces of it, cause well, the boy of the horn said he might tell us more about the deal he made, and Colette kind of like pouts again, is like, whatever, I don't care. And she digs into the pocket of her own skirt, and she shoves this like a very crumpled piece of paper into A's arms, and says, "Here, just take the stupid thing. I tried to get rid of it, but it kept reappearing in front of me. Just go burn it or something." You guys can tell, like, whatever the contents of this letter is, she's pretty like pretty upset about it.
Well, I wouldn't recommend burning it, but I'm sure we can keep it where you don't have to deal with it.
Might as well
Take it
burn it.
off
It's
your
not like
hands, literally.
yeah. Not like there's anything worth seeing in there. She kind of grumbles.
Perhaps, perhaps not.
I was actually kind of wondering about that. I mean, the last time I was here, you said it was full of lies, but what did you mean by that? And Colette kind of crosses her arms and kind of glares down at the ground. And I'm gonna say roll a perception check because she kind of mutters something under her breath. So, yeah.
Okay, that is...
I mistyped that like 3 times, so
Aw,
I guess that's
man.
where we're at right.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna say Professor and Azumi hear this. Sorry. She mutters under her breath. She said she loved us. That's the biggest lie of all.
Oof.
A, may I see the letter?
Yeah, A will hand that to you, and I will read it out, and then I will post I'll post it in the game chat. Let me grab this. So the letter reads, I am writing you this letter on my deathbed in order to cleanse myself of my own demons. I don't have much time left, nor do I have the right to bind you to my rules any longer. Unfortunately, my sins have now become your burden. Mother will not be able to accompany her little girl on her painful journey. Please, do not doubt these feelings I harbor for you, my precious children. And I'll post that here. Yeah.
And why is it that you doubt the sincerity of this?
She kind of sniffles a little before she says, "Because she wouldn't have sold us out to that stupid boy with the stupid horns if he cared about us at all. But she doesn't. You were just some bargaining piece for her. It's her fault this is all happening now."
Oh. God. Okay. I think Crystal is gonna. Yeah. Considering that Crystal ended up being angry at her dad for like good like 20 years of her life. I think she's gonna like kneel down in front of Colette and you're allowed to be angry at her for what happened. And she may have made mistakes that you are now paying for. But that doesn't mean that she also didn't love you, and you might not know all of the pieces as to why she did what she did.
And I think A also chimes in with and I think whatever her mother did, I think she made a mistake and she regretted it when we were. I think she made a mistake, and maybe she didn't care when she made the deal, but I think she did love us. And she reaches into her pocket and she pulls out the pocket mirror, and she says, "She left this with us before she died, and I think I don't know why, but I always feel like this protects us somehow. I think she wanted to save us from him, from the prince." I'm not saying you have to forgive her, Colette. I'm not sure myself if I want to forgive her or not, but I don't think she didn't love us. And I know things are bad right now, but and she kind of gets a little closer to take one of Colette's hands and says, "But we don't have to do this alone anymore. All right?" I think Colette kind of snivels a little bit, and then she goes in for another hug, just kind of weeping into her shoulder for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes a little bit, but when she's calmed down a little bit, she says, "Do you really think finding the rest of the letter will give us answers on why Mama did what she did?" And A replies, "I'm not sure, but I think it might be our best chance. We definitely can't trust the prince, but if he's willing to give us answers, I want to at least try. I want to know the truth about what happened and what she did. And I feel like that might be the key to finding out who I am, too." I think they'll let go of the hug now, and Colette will say, "Well, all right then. And I guess all I can do is wish you luck in finding the rest. Actually, if I had a piece, maybe the other girls have the other pieces, too."
Mm-hmm. Will you be safe here?
I
Hey.
don't know. Oh, yeah, Crystal?
You said that we could potentially get to the mirror room from upstairs.
That's right. I think I might have a plan, somewhere safer that you can stay, Colette. And she'll kind of give a little brief explanation about the Hall of Mirrors that they found. And she'll say, if we could, I don't know if one of those mirrors will work, but, oh, what about the wishing mirror? If we need a way through, then we could just make a wish for it. Oh, that could work. We might as well try, right?
The wishing mirror?
Yeah, it's one of my mirrors. You can wish for whatever you want with it.
Oh.
Well, I don't know if you guys could wish for anything, because you're not from here. I mean, I guess we could try, but... But anyway, we can definitely wish for stuff.
And it's here in the building?
And A will reply, yes, I showed it to Crystal earlier. I can take you guys up there. And you guys start to leave, but then, Colette all of a sudden says, "Oh, wait, before we go!" And then she runs into, the tea salon room. And, she comes back out. She's kind of like, she's kind of stumbling a little because she's carrying this big, like, surfing tray. She took the whole thing with, like, the glass dome and everything, and she's, like, trying to, like, carry it in one arm and then, like, carry Lilibet in the other arm.
I'll do that.
I got it. I can carry it just fine. And off to the side, Lilibet says, "Please help her with this."
Yes, he was just gonna hold out his hands for it.
Yeah, he can take it from her. She's still a little bit huffy. She's kind of like muttering to Lilibet, like, "I could have held it myself." "Yes, dear, but you might have dropped it on the floor." And they're kind of just like grumbling a little bit. You get the sense that this happens a lot between these two.
Mm-hmm.
fucking wonderful.
So what's
It's
this,
great.
Colette?
Yeah.
What's this,
Oh,
Colette?
I made it for A. I made it for her, and she gestures over to A. Cause the last time she was at one of Lilibet's dinner parties, she didn't get to try any, and she's kind of like rambling a little bit. Meanwhile, A looks at the looks into the little dome, and she gasps a little bit, and is like, "Is that apple strudel? Yeah, you said it was your favorite, right? So I made some especially for you." And she's just like, this smile like lights up her face, and she goes in to give Colette another hug, and just kind of mumbles like a thank you to her.
Very nice.
Yeah, Azumi's gonna like hold it out for her then.
Aw. Yeah, it will let go of the hug, and she'll say, looks like there's a lot. Do you guys want to share it with me? And Colette kind of says like, "Oh, but I made it just for you though." And I think Lilibet says, "Well, sweets are often more enjoyable when they're enjoyed with company, so why don't we let the rest of them have some? I mean, if it's all right with A." And Colette says, "Oh, fine, I guess."
Well, thank you.
Yeah. So if you guys want, you can take like a little short rest, and
Mm.
have like a little tea break.
Yeah, nice.
Nice.
Hmm. So you guys get a short rest. You need to like I don't think you lost any HP or anything, so
I lost 2. I can make those back.
all right,
I
that'll work.
can earn some spell slots back. Give me a moment to check that.
Perfect, nice.
I forget how it works for arcane tricksters. Give me a second.
Yeah, cool. When you finish a short rest, regain spell slots totaling no more than 4, and each must be 5th level or lower.
Ooh,
Use once a day.
nice. Is that a subclass thing?
I think it's just a wizard thing.
Oh.
Looks like it.
Hmm.
Cool.
I don't regain the 1 spell slot I used. Cool.
Oh, well.
Anyway.
Aw, buddy.
I need it. Honestly, I've used a few of my spell slots, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
I have plenty
Want to
left.
make sure you guys got a little rest in. Yeah.
Yeah, got that HP though.
Yeah.
Professor took a minute to wrap up the scratches.
That's good.
nice.
Right. So you guys have your nice little tea break. The apple strudel is very delicious. If anyone's curious, Colette will explain that they can just like straight up conjure sweets in here whenever they want. It's kind of the magic of the little tea salon.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's nice. I want apple strudel now.
Mm.
Honestly, same. It's so good. Yes, after you guys have had your tea and your confections, you guys will all reconvene at the mirror room. You do hear a little bit of grumbling from a Colette saying like, "Oh, why'd you have to make it blue?" Well, I guess I could change it to pink if you'd prefer. No, it's fine. Let's just go. Being her petulant little childish self.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This kid's
All
just a
right.
little contrarian.
Yeah, she really is. But yeah. Yeah, so you guys go over to the mirror that's on the far right. And A says into it, mirror on the wall, may we please have a passage to the Hall of Mirrors? And the mirror shimmers, and indeed you see on the other side there is the Hall of Mirrors you guys were in.
Oh, very good.
Yeah. Right, and Colette will clamber through the mirror frame, It's a little bit tricky because she's pretty short. So, but eventually she and Lilibet managed to get in there. Yeah. And before she leaves, A will also say, try not to go anywhere. But actually, if you go to the left, I think you might connect to the hallway. Oh, you mean the one that connects all our rooms? And A nods. Yeah, yeah. See if you can get there. I think that might be the safest place. You can wait. And Colette nods and she says, "Okay, well, bye everyone, and thanks for saving us."
Yes, sure.
And yeah, she's gonna run up and look for that. And Ace says, well, I'm not sure if there's anywhere else to look through here. Maybe we should go back into the Hall of Mirrors and I want you guys to roll a listening perception check because all of a sudden you guys hear
Oh, dear.
something. Yeah.
Wait, you said Persepi?
Yeah, specifically a hearing perception.
Da, da, da. Perception. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I thought it was.
That's a 25 from Crystal. That's a 12 from Professor.
I keep hitting the wrong keys!
All right. Okay, I'm gonna say that's just enough for everybody to hear this. You guys hear. At first, you think it's sort of like a whooshing noise, like wind, like a strong wind going past the outside of the mansion. But you also hear what sounds like a flapping sort of noise, like the wings of a large bird flapping. I'd say Crystal and Azumi, you notice that the flapping sounds like very erratic. Like maybe if a bird with a damaged wing was flying, something sort of like that.
It's odd.
What is that sound?
And A kind of freezes up. Yeah. Oh yeah. What do you want to say?
Any of your altars have wings?
She very slowly nods and says, I think that might be Angelique. We need to go find her. Gosh, I think she went to the back. The only way through there is the attic, but we really shouldn't go through there. Oh, wait, a passageway. And she goes back over to the Mirror of Truth and says, mirror, mirror on the wall, we need a shortcut to the back garden, please. And, it shimmers a little. And, it shows you guys an image of the, what looks like the door to the attic. You see, like, it kind of, like, glowing a little bit. And, Ace says, okay, I think it might have changed that door. I really hope this works. And she's gonna, like, hurry off towards that door, without hesitation. So, if you guys want to follow.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Yep.
Yep. Alright, so you arrive on the 4th floor. Sure enough, there's the door to the attic, and it's still glowing a little bit. A kind of takes a deep breath, puts her hand on the handle, and opens it. And sure enough, you don't see any sort of attic on the other side, but you see a rose garden. And so it looks like the wish worked. So she's going to hurry on ahead as well.
Yep, following.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah, no point not.
Definitely. And as you guys go in there, she's kind of hurrying past this, but you guys will see as you go past. There's in the garden, there's like these a bunch of statues. There's one at the center, which is like atop a fountain that shows Colette holding a Lilibet. And there's 2 statues off to the side of her. However, these ones are a lot more damaged. The one off to the left, you can make out, it looks like a young woman, definitely older than the other girls, but her face is a bit cracked. She's semi-intact, but it's still damaged. And then there's one off to the right, which is a lot more damaged. Basically, like the majority of its head is completely crumbled away. And behind the statues, there is a stairway that leads to kind of an upper level of the garden. And on the upper level, there is a statue of A herself, So she's depicted with her eyes closed, looking very serene, and there is a crown on top of her head.
Cute.
Yeah. And I don't think you guys need to roll for this because it's probably pretty obvious. You get the sense that these are probably all of the altars of the system. So there's Colette, Lilibet, and the other two are probably the other the altars that you haven't met yet.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Yeah. But once you've had a chance to look at that, A is kind of hurrying ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And as you guys go on ahead, you see that there are a few feathers kind of scattered about the grass. They look to be like kind of pretty badly damaged ones, like they're a bit frayed. One of them might even have like a bit of a blood stain on it.
That's not good. Where is Angelique?
I think she might have gone this way, A will say as she leads you guys forward.
Mm-hmm.
And you come out into kind of an open area. It's sort of a big open area. It kind of looks like somewhere where like they might throw like when they have like outdoor dances and stuff. There's even a few like chairs kind of set off to the side. But most notably is what you guys see there. Let me grab something. All right. So you guys enter this area, and you indeed see a figure. She does indeed have wings, but she only has one of them, and you get the sense that's probably why if she was flying, that was why she was flying so erratically. And the wing itself has a bunch of bandages kind of haphazardly wrapped around it. But when A arrives, she calls out, Angelique, wait! And the figure turns around, and you see this.
Oh.
Yes, the one who lost her finger.
Indeed. Yes, you see a young girl who looks nigh identical to A herself, aside from the color scheme. A is more about like blues and pinks. This girl is wearing a black dress, and she has golden bows and shoes, and her eyes are gold. Notably, from where she's looking at you, you can only see like kind of the right side of her face. You can't see like kind of the right side of her body very easily from this angle. She kind of glares over her shoulder at all of you. And she says, I told you to stop following me. Angelique, please, can't we just talk about this? What is there left to talk about?
A lot, evidently.
And she kind of like takes a double take at you, for Professor and the rest of you, and she says, you brought other people in here? How did you manage that?
That's complicated.
With difficulty.
The point is, we're here to help.
She kind of groans like, you've got to be kidding me. So more people can come in here, but I can't get out? How is any of this fair?
I don't think it's... You belong to this place, if I'm understanding how this works. I don't think you can leave.
She lets out a very bitter and empty laugh at that, and she says, I belong here. You really don't know anything, do you? And A chimes in, well, I mean, maybe you don't initially, but I want you to. And the girl, Angelique, she finally stands up and she turns around to face you fully. And you can now see that on the left side of her body, there is this huge, like, crack running down her face and her body. And it's, like, splintering all over her. It honestly makes her look like a porcelain figure that was damaged.
Oh, that doesn't look very good.
Yeah.
Look, if you would just stay for a moment, we can help you with your injuries and maybe have a small chat.
She shakes her head, letting out that like an empty, bitter laugh again, and she's saying, "Oh no, you can't help me. Nobody can help me. And furthermore, why should I believe that you would want to help me at all after what I did to you?" Well, I mean, that's not. Save it, A. You
Seems
know
to
what
me
I
like
am.
at all yourself. So why don't you just shut the hell up and let us help you?
And she takes a step back and says, I sorry. Don't give me that. I know what you're all really after." And she holds out her hand, and she summons a scythe to her hand. It's all gilded, but roll a perception check on it.
Oh, sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
I will say Crystal is like impulsively rummaging through her hammer space to pull out her med kit because like, oh no, person need help, person injured, person must fix. It's
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
going through her mind like
Definitely.
that is really very bad. That needs like doesn't really care at the moment like that it's
Right.
like that's a bad enough injury that like personal feelings and like niceties are going out the window right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're absolutely correct, because that crack, it looks like it's kind of a miracle that she's like still holding together at all. But Azumi, so yeah, you got this. On the hill, I don't know how to describe it. It's like, because there's like where the end of the blade kind of meets the staff, sort of that
Yeah.
area. There is a letter kind of engraved into it, and it is the letter A. And the script is very similar to the engraving on A's pocket mirror.
Mm.
The
And
letter,
Angelique, oh
you said a letter A?
yeah, the letter A, same
Okay.
as A's name. So this is the only reason you're after me, right? So you can be complete again?
No.
You need
No,
to
it's
stop.
not.
You're going to aggravate your wounds further.
I already told you I can't stop. I can't stop running. If I stay here for too long, he's gonna find me, and then he's gonna take this from me too. I'm not going to die. I've only just started existing. I am not going to die yet. And I need all of you to roll a dexterity save, because
Oh.
she takes her scythe and she swings it at the ground, and the ground beneath your feet shatters like it was made of glass.
Mm. Ooh, nat 20.
Ooh, very
That's
nice.
a lot in one session. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
It's a dex save, so...
I don't think that's going to be enough.
Alright, and of course, let me do A as well. Okay, that's pretty decent. Okay. So, most of you are fine. You don't fall over. Crystal, unfortunately, you fall and land on the ground from the shockwaves of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And unfortunately, after what she has done, there is a huge gaping chasm between you. And I will say, it definitely looks like too large for you to cross, like even through teleportation.
Mm.
And Angelique, before she flies away again, she says, "I'll only say this once. Stop trying to find me." And then she's gonna fly away.
Darn it, she's out of range.
Yep.
She's going to get herself killed at that rate.
If we can get close again, I can try healing her, but it's... He glances at Azumi. It's that spell.
he takes a deep breath and he has this most like upset expression and he says, I hate you for just suggesting it.
What spell? Crystal doesn't know this, but she is immediately suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's kind of giving you a curious look too.
Azumi puts his hands on his hips, looks between the professor, and then looks to Crystal, and he says, Dr. Everlight, when you think of a healing spell that can heal another person at the detriment of the caster, what's the first spell you think of?
Yeah, that'll be enough. It's just like, just pinches the bridge of her nose and the. Of all the. Why on earth that one? This is just. I get in theory, but also it's.
It's useful.
It also harms you.
I can take it.
It's not a matter of if you can take it, it's the fact that it harms you, period.
All right. Fine.
Yeah, off to the side, you guys hear very meekly A saying, "Please don't fight."
I'm
She's
sorry.
kind of curling in on herself a little bit.
Oh, all right. We'll calm down. I'm sorry. We just,
Takes a deep breath and calms down.
just having a disagreement loudly.
She kind of hugs herself a little more tightly, but she nods.
It's all right.
Koro goes over her.
Aw, good boy. Yeah, she will absentmindedly pet Cora a little bit.
I suppose it's not much to be debated at this point, since we have to find her again first.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. I think I might know where she was going. The last time I came through here, that way it led to Lyra's area, and I wanted to go check on her anyway. So maybe if we head there, if we can find a way through the Hall of Mirrors, maybe we can cut her off and find her.
Oh, that's a pretty good idea. If that's a shorter way there, then yes, that would save some time.
I think I remember seeing a few mirrors in her area, so there should be at least one that'll lead us there. But she kind of sighs. Even if we find her, I don't know if we're gonna get her to stop. Maybe I should explain what was going on with us.
Perhaps.
And yeah, I think as you guys are heading back into the house, you can kind of walk and talk as she's explaining this. So, what Angelique said was true about not being a part of our system. Well, when I first met her, she claimed to be sort of the representation of my missing memories, and that she was me, and that's why she looked like me. She even told me that my name was Angelique, and, well, I kind of believed her, because, I mean, my pocket mirror has the A on it, so it seemed like as good a guess as any, but... Well, it turned out she was something that was made by the Prince of Gourds, and her job, I guess, was to steal my pocket mirror from me, and I think he promised her that if she got it, then she'd be able to get out of here and I guess become real. But well, when we got to the when we both made it to the exit, she managed to she stole my pocket mirror, and she got out, but when she got to the exit, she started to crack, and I thought she was going to shatter, but at the last minute she threw the pocket mirror away and disappeared. I wasn't sure if she'd survived or not, but then I kept seeing her in my dreams over and over, and And I
Hmm.
that scythe she was carrying, it is part of the regalia, all the other girls had. And I think she's convinced that I just want the regalia so I can get my name back, so I can remember it, but that's not true at all. Even if she's not part of us, I still want to help her out.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
I just don't know how.
I can see that you care for the people in here.
Of course, I mean, even if the prince made her, even if she's not a part of me, a part of all of us, I want to do something to help her. I don't want her to die either.
Right. What would taking her, why is she so opposed to your taking her regalia? Is that, does she think that that would harm her?
That's my guess. I mean, well, when the other girls gave me their regalia, they shattered too, but once I got out, they all came back and they were fine. So, but to be
Hmm.
honest, if I did take her regalia, I don't know if she would survive because she's not part of our system.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I want my that might be what she's scared of, and
Mm-hmm.
if she doesn't, I'm not really sure what to do now.
Mm-hmm.
You said you got the other girls' regalia. Do you still
She
have
nods.
them?
Not anymore. There at the exit there are these pedestals that I used. I put each regalia on a pedestal, and that's what opened the exit. They're probably still there.
Are they secure there?
Uh, they should be.
Like that Prince of Gourds can't just uh, take them from there, hopefully?
I don't think so. I'm not sure why, but I just know that now that they're in that place, they can't be removed. Sorry, I guess I don't have much to back that up with, but I just feel that they're supposed to be there. And
Well, it's your mind. I should think that your intuition has some value here.
I
But
guess that makes
perhaps,
sense.
yes. At the very least, once if we have a free moment, we can go and check on them. But for now, they're a little out of our way. So we'll continue going after Angelique into, what was it, Lyra's area?
Yes, Lyra. I want to make sure she's doing okay too.
Mm-hmm.
And well, the good news is Lyra can usually take care of herself pretty well. She's older than the rest of us.
Mm-hmm.
And she took really good care of me too when I was in her area. I
Mm-hmm.
really hope she's okay though.
Yes. Well, we'll make sure that if she's being bothered, that we can get her somewhere safe.
Mhm. All right. I think with that, you guys can return to the mirror room and step through the mirror again. And yeah, now that you guys are back in the Hall of Mirrors, I'm gonna say roll investigation to see if you can find like a mirror that will work to get you to where you need to go.
All right.
Cool. Crystal's also pulling out her map again.
Mm-hmm.
Kit, how do you feel about a 28?
Oh,
Yeah, I
wow.
think that'll do it. That's a 25,
Mm-hmm.
Dresser, and a 23 from Crystal. All right. Yeah, so I'm gonna say you guys very easily you find it takes a couple of tries, but you guys are kind of like confirming with A like where each door leads to or which mirror leads to where because like she knows the area a bit better. And but very quickly, you guys are able to find what looks like on the other side. It looks like sort of a sitting room. It's got there's like a big fireplace and there's armchairs and a bunch of books stacked up. It looks very cozy in there. And interestingly enough, the previous area you were in, Lilibet and Colette's area, had a lot of more bright pink tones and like pastels. This one has a lot of like cooler colors and more like blues and stuff to it. So there's definitely a feeling of like this is a very different area, and you probably guess it's because like this is Lyra's area. So
Just before we go through, one of the other things I want to check before we go is just a sort of like cursory glance to see if anything has sort of significantly changed in any of the mirrors since the last time we were here.
You check around. They all seem to be relatively the same. Actually, this does remind me. I forgot to do like a. I'm not sure if I described this area. There's one detail I wanted to leave in. This area is kind of different because actually, no, wait, no. I think I mentioned this. That this area it looks more like it was. It's a little less solid. It's more like the area around you was like kind of drawn in crayon or painted or something. I think I might have mentioned that when I was describing last time. I'm not sure, but either way, just kind of as a reminder. Yeah, it definitely feels like very different, like almost kind of like it's outside the rest of like the areas you've been to so far.
Yeah.
All right. So, is there anything else you guys want to do before you step through the mirror? Because I'm going to be like ending the game here for tonight.
I'm good.
That was all. I didn't figure there was going to be anything extra to add, but it would definitely be something Crystal would check, was if things had changed at all.
You don't see any like significant changes on the other side of any of the mirrors. I will ask though, Crystal, how have you been doing? Like considering certain things.
Hold on, let me roll. Oh, that's an at one.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
Oh, let me roll another thing.
Should I?
Uh,
I hold my insight roll threateningly.
yeah, go for it. That's probably not a bad idea. As that might be a deception.
Oh dear.
Thank goodness then.
All right.
Yeah. No, there have been a few things that have not been sitting, like, that have sort of, like, shaken her up a little bit. One being the stuff around Colette and the letter and her mum sort of thing. And the other thing being Angelique cracking, because that's not great, because, yeah, she cracks when she is, when she gets damaged, so that's definitely not sitting right with her, and she's putting up a very good front at the moment, but it's definitely getting to her. But yeah, like this is like kind of just a powering through work mode kind of thing.
I think Azumi's gonna step to the side, and just kind of tap Crystal on the shoulder and just goes, "Do you need a moment?"
I'm fine.
You're a fucking liar.
Maybe so, but this is not the place for it.
Fair enough. But I am holding you to a conversation after this is all over. Don't think I'll forget it.
Just a nod, like, yeah, you can tell from her expression that's not something she's looking forward to, but she also knows you won't forget it, so, if it will make you drop the subject right now, then sure, that's something that they can do later.
Yeah, he's not good at comfort, especially when he's aware that there's like an overarching issue over their heads. So he's like, fine, we'll unpack it later, but we will unpack it.
Yeah, Crystal's kind of in that headspace right now of I don't want to acknowledge and stop because I am very worried if I do, I might not start again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's fair.
So yeah, fun, good fun.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anything else, guys? Or yeah, I'd say while you guys are having that conversation, I'd say Professor and Cora were properly taking A's attention.
Oh yeah, definitely distracting her
Definitely, yeah.
from their conversation.
Koro does another trick for A.
Aww. Is he doing like a little spin around or something, or?
If you hold out your hand, like in a circle, like if you're doing the if you hold your fingers into a circle, like you're doing like a fake telescope or something, he will put his snout in that circle.
Oh my gosh! Oh, that is so cute. Yeah, A is absolutely delighted by this.
Professor goes like, "Do this," and like he just, and then Koros shoves his snout in there.
Yes, I know this trick.
I'm just picturing Cora's tail just going mile a minute, like they do sometimes when the dog is just so happy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Koro is a dog, but he is somewhat aware that there is like a serious situation going on. Not entirely sure what it is, but if he can be good dog for new friend, yes.
Mm-hmm. He is a very,
Cora.
very good dog.
Cora, I'm helping.
Sure,
He absolutely is. All right. So now that you guys have all reconvened, you all step through the mirror into this very cozy looking little sitting room, and that is where we're going to end for tonight.
Woo.
Right, yeah. Next time you guys get to see Lyra's area and meet Lyra herself, so that'll be interesting.
Nice.
That'll be fun.
All right, but for now I'm going to end the recording, but thank you to everybody listening in the future. Thank you to my wonderful players as always, of course. And I would like to wish you all a good time zone. Bye, everybody!
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.